we're only a small way into the season. 11 games is nothing in the Championship. It's only just got started, hasn't it? Which is a bit worrying when you turn on Sky Sports every day and another one of your co-managers loses his job. It feels like it's a little bit too early in the season for people to be pressing the panic buttons. At the same time, if I feel that it's too early in the season to start thinking that you're going to be a certain team and go a certain way, I think until we've played everybody once, I think we'll have a better idea of where we are as a group for sure.
Chris Wilder went from Middlesbrough today. I think 5, maybe 6 managers that you faced this year are no longer in their roles. I mean, it seems from, nothing surprises you in football, but, are you surprised that, the action some of the clubs are taking with managers?
Not really, because it's the game and it. I knew coming into it, I've just got past 3 months and things seem quite positive, but I'm not stupid enough to think that if the next 5 days didn't, then 1 or 2 people, the new manager bounces over and now we're in the reality. And you work for your owners is the easiest way I'd say it. And so I think when you meet your owners, when you're coming into a club, you ask what they want and you do your best to do that. You don't work for yourself. You don't PR yourself. You work for the owners in their vision of the club. And that's just how I see it. So when I sat with the guys here, it's sharing how you see football. It's asking questions on what do they want from their club. I got that very clearly. And so that's what I try to work towards. And you try to bring players in that fit that remit. You try to play a style of football that fits that remit. And it either goes well for you and you can sleep well at night and you do well, or it don't go well for you and you can sleep well at night because you tried to do the job that was asked of you. And for any manager that loses his job, I feel for him because I think everybody goes in and they give their whole life to it. I've got a very young family, 3 young kids, and they don't see their dad 3 or 4 nights a week because I'm here giving everything to this job. And I'm sure them managers are exactly the same. What I would say about the Championship that was slightly different to the Premier League when I was there working with Stephen is the managers in the Championship, there is a little bit of a brotherhood. We always come together after the games, which is different to some of the Premier League, maybe because they have more media requirements. We're always together in the room afterwards, and you really can see and feel the emotions of up and down every week. And I do think that we really are, the LMA are great at that, getting us together and talking to us and trying to make it like continuous learning. And I really feel that. I think the managers in the league so far have been brilliant with me, because I'm a new one coming in, and someone like Chris spent a good 45 minutes, hour after the game talking after we beat them 3-2, and I really respected it. Nigel at the weekend spent a good 40 minutes after the game talking with his staff as well. And it's always sad, but the owners run the club and they finance the club, and I think the only people that are more important, and that's just from my standpoint, are the fans. So sometimes the fans remove you and sometimes the players do and sometimes the owners do. And it's difficult. It's part of the job, it's part of the job, but it's early in the season. It's 46 games. We played 11. And I think not every manager started 11 games ago. So therefore they've had a longer for the owners to look at it and assess it. But in my own case, you'd like to think that the work that you're doing behind the scenes is being recognised. The results come every Saturday, but it's the work you do Monday to Friday that's the important thing, because ultimately it should lead towards something in the future. So sorry for the long answer, but obviously it's quite a passionate one because it's not nice. I always think it's not the man that loses the job. It's his kids, his wife, his family, and so I always think of that. And it's, but what I would say is, I look at someone like Chris losing his job today. Chris will get another job in this league, won't he? Do you know what I mean? So there's one more person. I need to keep doing well because there's another good manager on the side looking in, should we say.